See, ancient Egypt's obsession with death and the afterlife, it's often viewed as like macabre and dark and weird from our society and our fear-based perception of death. But from their perception, it was very much the opposite. It was an understanding of the nature of life. See, their obsession with death was really an obsession with life. It was the understanding that we come here to Earth to progress as a soul, and we take on multiple lives with this idea of coming to evolve through the densities of evolution. And if we choose the love-light path, we take on soul after soul after soul, where we come to understand that our aim is to serve humanity. Our aim is to find our divine love within ourselves. And if we find that, see, there's the ancient Egyptian idea that when you die, you get weighed out. You get your heart taken on, you put balance on the scales, and if the heart's lighter than a feather, you go on to like the idea of heaven. This is where the idea of heaven came from. And if your heart's heavier than the feather, you go to hell. And this is really the idea, the progression of the soul, that you need to come to this understanding of following your excitement and living in your joy and your passion, and coming to this heart-centered love and compassion, service to humanity state. And this is how we evolve as souls, and this is the deep understanding that the Egyptians had, and this is why they were so obsessed with death, because they had a higher perspective. They weren't really focused on their physical lives. They knew that the physical life was a tiny speck in our soul, in our oversoul, in our true being. And this is why they were obsessed with death. They were obsessed with reaching the highest state of service to others, the highest state of love and compassion and joy, and creating, transforming our third dimensional, our third density reality into like a higher density divinity, service to the light, service to God, which expresses this divine pure love. And this is why all these people that become spiritually enlightened, they become obsessed with serving humanity, because this is the natural flow of divinity, and this is the understanding that the Egyptians had. And they understood that like this life is like nothing, and it's merely come here to experience. And they really saw things from a soul perspective, and that's why they were obsessed with the afterlife and like beings like this guy here, who was like the guardian of the underworld, because they understood that this is a tiny speck. And when we come to understand that we are divine beings, and we are here to serve humanity and here to raise humanity to a new vibration of love and light and compassion and wisdom, and understanding that we transform our reality through our consciousness, and we can create any reality we wish. This is what we came to Earth to experience. It's like if we get hooked up in like human stuff, like relationships and money and material objects, we're just going to keep repeating. And this is the idea of karma. We just keep coming back till we learn that like the human experience and material gain is nothing. Like this idea of impermanence, like everything dissolves. It's really everything that everyone's focused on at the minute, that the dark negative government has got everyone to focus on, like material gain and stuff. It's all a complete waste of time. Everything everyone's focused on is just a waste of time. And this is the message that these enlightened beings from Egypt and modern day luminaries like Eckhart Tolle and Bentinho Massaro and channeled material like Bashar and Abraham Hicks, this is the message they're trying to remind us. We're not here just to gain material objects and fight and kill each other and then die. We're here to evolve as souls. We have a very specific mission to express the love and the light of the divine universe in human world, in this third density reality. And this is how we move to the fourth density, service to others, love and light reality, with the joy and the bliss, and everyone works in harmony, and we all come working together, and the love expands, and boom, we create this magical fourth density golden age for ourselves. And this is the message that the extraterrestrials are giving us. This is the message that really all religions have tried to give us. This is the message that ancient Egypt tried to give us, and this is the message that perhaps like Sumerian empires tried to block, and they tried to move to this negative, like they're connected to this fourth density service to self, this negative momentum, control and manipulation, which is a very, very, very valid representation of the Infinite One. But it's up to you to choose whether you want to choose the love and the light, or you want to continue down this service, selfish, fear-based reality. And one of the reasons why they focus on death so much is because they understand that once you transcend your fear of death, really nothing's stopping you. Like being completely fearless is the ultimate superpower, and this is how we're going to change your reality. When we come to understand that death is merely a transition to a new way of living, this is where we find our true power and our true strength. We become fearless, and we can do anything we want. We can create any blissful, joyful reality we wish.